Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to beat the DREAMTHRALL Elder Brown Bear in Avowed. Now this is a pretty challenging boss if you're playing on normal or higher difficulty because of its massive amount of health and the attacks that can pretty much wipe you out since we don't have that great of gear right now. So I'll be using a bow but also show off some melee combat as there's a bit of a rhythm to this boss that makes it a little easier. So Kai here is just tanking for us, and yeah, we want to get as many weak headshots in that we can get. So whenever he comes after you, the trick is to dodge, shoot, dodge, dodge. So once you get far enough, he's going to do this attack where he spits these poison attacks at you. Just aim a little bit higher to be able to hit the head there, and you're going to see he'll drive right towards you. Whenever this happens, you just want to dodge away and fire off a shot or get an attack in. But having an attack like this, which allows you to set up the roots there, works very well, so you can respec if you want to. As I find that the root attack, the I am Groot attack, does work pretty well. But he's going to keep lunging towards you. He'll do these swiping attacks, and sometimes he'll do an attack where he follows up with multiple swipes. So whenever that happens, you do have to dodge to the side a couple times. I find that dodging in this game is pretty fair in terms of how mobile you are. So dodging to the side typically will get you out of the way, and whenever he does those spitting attacks, you do have to dodge to the side as well. I wouldn't recommend dodging backwards as you'll likely get hit by most of these attacks, so dodging to the side seems to work pretty well here. But again, we're just aiming for the head as much as possible, but if you wanted to use a melee weapon, this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to swap out here. I'm using a spear for the extra reach. You should have a spear at this point. There's one right before this boss fight. So you do have a shield, but I still think that it's best to try to work away from him as much as possible. This attack here is kind of rough because he can still hit you even while he's binded. So if you're using that, I would recommend just sticking with your wand or a bow for the ranged attacks. But just be mindful of your stamina because that is going to be the limiting factor for you. So if your stamina starts to run low, just get away from him as much as possible and try to just focus on not wasting your stamina with dodges, as I just did right there. So I ran out of stamina with the bow. This is all about resource management. So your health is a resource and that stamina is a resource. I was able to get the critical hit off there, which gives us some pretty good damage. But for the most part, you want to try and get Kai to draw his aggro if you can. He will do that every about minute or so. And whenever that happens, that's some free shots that you can get in, and you can also swap to melee there. Just be mindful of when it swaps aggro onto you, and you got to dodge that attack there, which is best avoided to the side. So yeah, the DREAMTHRALL Elder Brown Bear in Avowed is not too challenging if you use this guide. Hit the subscribe button below if you found this useful.